After 3 long years, I'm finally giving you guys this review. It's about damn time. Hey, what's up, you guys? Film fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Jurassic World. So Jurassic World stars Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, and what this film is basically about, it's about, it's a new kind of Jurassic Park, except it's called Jurassic World, and it's much more safer. They're not actual dinosaurs, they're modified and stuff like that. It's a lot more safer until a dinosaur gets loose. The classical Jurassic Park way, and yeah, let's just say some stuff starts to happen. So, what did I think of Jurassic World? Now, it's a bit of a funny story with this movie. So, I know this movie came back all the way back in 2015. It made over $1 billion. Everyone saw it, except me. For some reason, I just never got the chance to see it when it was in theaters. Then when I got it on DVD, I just completely forgot about it. I'm not joking, until I saw the trailer for the sequel. I was like, oh yeah, I still have to see Jurassic World, because I still haven't seen it yet. So, I figured with the sequel coming out, I finally sit down and watch Jurassic World, and I had a blast with it. I really did. This was great. I really don't see where some of the hate is coming from. Okay, maybe in some aspects, but I personally had a blast with it. I have not had a movie literally put a smile on my face and just literally start shouting at the screen in a funny way with the movie in a very long time. This movie is just a blast. I had a great adventure with this movie. This movie is just a fun old adventure, and I love that, honestly. And I do think it's probably the best sequel out of all the Jurassic Park sequels, honestly. It is great. I really had a great time with this movie. So let's get into my positives with the film. And my positives are the acting. The acting is really good in this film. I thought Chris Pratt was great. I really enjoyed him in this movie. He was great as the lead character. He is so charming. The dude is like the definition of charm. He really is, and he is great in this movie. I quite enjoyed him a lot in this film. Like I said, he brings just so much charm and so much charisma to, all of his characters, and especially here, honestly. I quite enjoyed him a lot in this movie. He was really great in my opinion. I did quite enjoy him a lot. Bryce Dallas Howard was really good in the movie too. I quite enjoyed her in the film. She was great. And everyone else is really good too. I thought overall the acting was really good in this movie. I thought everyone played their part very well, in my opinion, honestly. I thought the acting was pretty solid. The action sequences are great. They are really fantastic. I really loved, the action sequences with this film. They were honestly a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed the action sequences in this film. They were very well filmed. They were just overall an adrenaline rush even at times, honestly. The action sequences are awesome. I love the action sequences in this film. I love the sense of adventure. That's really, if I have one big problem with the Jurassic Park sequels, even the second one that I enjoyed, what I think it lacked was the lack of adventure and, kind of just atmosphere that the first one had. I feel like this one really elevates that, honestly, really brings that back, what this franchise needed, and I really like that, honestly. You feel like you're immersed into a whole different world, you know what I mean? I really love that. Honestly, I know I might get some flack for this, but I think Colin Trevorrow really brought Steven Spielberg's vision with the original film back with this movie, honestly. I really do think so, and I really feel like he really made you immersed into this world of, Jurassic World, and he does a great job with that, honestly, and I really liked that a lot with this film. Like, I really felt like I was in the world park, whatever you want to call it. I felt like I was there, honestly. Like, you get lost there, and it's awesome. And I think they do a really solid job with that in this movie. I thought they did an absolutely tremendous job with that in the film. I thought it was overall really fantastic, honestly. I thought they did an absolutely great job with that. And really, like I said, made you lost into this world. It made you very, like, you know, you're here. You're here with these characters, and it's great. I really do love that a lot about with this movie, honestly. I did really like that a lot. The writing is really good with the movie, too. I thought the writing was pretty solid with the film. The directing is really great, actually, with this movie. I really don't get the flack that people have with Colin Trevorrow with this film. I think he actually did a really fantastic job directing this movie. It's pretty well shot. Editing is really good too. Cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. I just love what he does with this movie. And like I said, I really don't care what flack I get for this, but I really do think he really brings, you know, the vision that Steven Spielberg, you know, had with the original Jurassic Park and brings it into full circle with this movie and really, you know, brings it back. And he does an absolutely fantastic job with this film, honestly. I really loved his directing with this movie. It was really fantastic in my opinion, honestly. I thought he did an absolutely amazing job. The pacing is really good too. Like, I honestly was never bored throughout this film, honestly. The movie is 2 hours and 4 minutes. There was never a time where I felt bored, honestly. Like, I was invested in the whole entire thing. Like, I was really invested in the whole film, to be honest with you. I was like, yeah, you know, like, there's never a time I was really bored. It moved at a nice, natural pace, in my opinion. I really liked that with this film. The visual effects were really good for the most part, honestly. I thought the visual effects looked really solid, honestly, for the most part. I really did think so. The visual effects looked really good on either the dinosaurs and stuff like that. Like, I thought for the most part the visual effects, honestly, looked pretty good. Now, there are some negatives I do have with Jurassic World, and those negatives are, first being, I thought there were some moments where I thought it was predictable. Like, there are some things that are really predictable in this film, especially one element that was like, okay, yeah, I saw that coming within, honestly, within when you first see this certain character, I was like, okay, yeah, I knew that was coming. But, you know, there are some predictable moments here and there. And lastly, some of the visual effects don't look that great. There are points where some of the visual effects don't look that good. I'm like, eesh. But that's only some moments. Like I said, for the most part, I do think the visual effects look really good. But there are some moments in the film where the visual effects don't look that good. But overall, I had a fun time with this movie, honestly. Like, I gotta be honest, I really did have a blast with this movie. Like I said, I haven't had a movie just put a smile on my face and just take me on a fun, just adrenaline rush of a ride, honestly, in a long time. And this movie is the perfect example of that, and I quite enjoyed it a lot. I had a personal blast with Jurassic World. So it's time for my official grade on Jurassic World, and my official grade on Jurassic World is an A-. I have a blast with this movie. I can understand some of the criticisms that some people have with this movie, but for me personally, I just had a blast with it. It's a fun, just, you know, fun ride, honestly. That's the best way I could put it. I know some people hate it when you describe a movie like that, but that's honestly what this movie is for me. It's a blast of a fun ride, and I had a great time watching it, and I'm looking forward to the sequel a little bit more now. So, yeah, I will say Jurassic World is a blast of a movie, and definitely the best Jurassic Park sequel we've had so far. So, yeah, Jurassic World gets an A-. So, what did you think of Jurassic World? Please leave in the comment section below. And I'm FilmFan0599, and we will see you all later. Peace.